Okay, this is Lowe's 2654, customer Frazier. We are in a basement apartment, and so we have some ledges and some other structure items that we need to talk about that are not typical to a normal kitchen layout for the wall plane. But there's a couple things here on the wall too, as far as length, I want to share with you so that the customer can have that information as well. The width of the window is 67 inches. Basically, it's 67 and a 16th. It's 67. From the corner to the edge there is 30. Let me double check here before I say 31 and 1/8 from the corner to the edge. But you can see that this top ledge of this is coming in right below the window. And so you're going to have a staggered offset in the base cabinet line. The top ledge here is 4¼ inches deep. From this to the front, it's 4¼ and I noted that on the drawing. But I went ahead and took off the front of it and came out to where the 36-inch cabinet would be and a 3-inch full panel, which is 40¼ Went ahead and did your upper diagonal corner wall at 24 and the additional cabinet. There is a small spiller that is 40¼ So they do have a common line with a full 3-inch filler here, or 3-inch panel here at the end. Now, there is no 220 plug here yet. The customer's not had any electrical done for the plug on the stove. So I went ahead and made some notes here. This is the center line of the stove, 58¼ to the left. This is the bottom of the cabinet above the stove. That's the top of the cabinet, which is 84 inches. So we need a 110 volt home run for the over-the-range microwave here in this space, somewhere in the middle between those two lines. That does need to be a receptacle. All over-the-range microwaves plug in. They don't actually direct wire. And then so the arrow here on the left, arrow on the right, this is a wall 1230, and to meet code there should be 110 volt GFI about 48 inches from the floor here to be between the refrigerator and the stove. So the refrigerator and stove that are sitting now are not where near where they're going to be when they're finished. So I'm just kind of showing where these numbers need to be so that we can have that in the footage here. The other thing is, on the other side of the 12 wall cabinet, there is a 30-inch cabinet here and a 3-inch filler above to make 33. This is a 33-inch refrigerator, but it is 66 inches tall to the top of it. So if we did the 12-inch cabinet up here, we're going to have a 6-inch space above the refrigerator. It would probably be better if we could order a W3015 and actually use that with a 3-inch filler so that we don't have such a large space up here, and cut it down to about 3 inches above the fridge instead of having the other. I've confirmed with her they do plan on keeping this type of refrigerator, which is a top freezer refrigerator. So the newer, taller refrigerators wouldn't matter in this instance. Now over here on the left-hand side, I went ahead and laid out the 36-inch to the left on the Lazy Susan. Going to need a 2x4 for the bottom of that to make sure we have something to set the countertops on. Got a 1-inch filler here, base 12, and a sink base 30. Now, let's talk about that. On a sink base 30, the drawing I have shows an apron sink. And that's fine. We can do that. We can convert that cabinet. But look right here. This is showing a 6 5/8 inch height, apron height on the front of that sink. And it shows the front of the sink is exactly 30 inches wide. The interior body of the sink is 25.5 and 24 inches interior. So no problem. That looks like it'll all work. It's a 10-inch deep bowl, but a 6 5/8 inch height on the apron. So we need to make sure that we double check the cabinet face on the front of that door, that drawer front is more than 6 5/8 from the top of the frame to the top of the doors. Make sure that we don't have a problem with the doors hitting the bottom of the sink when it's installed. Again, the sink has to be installed flush with the top of the frame of the cabinet for the countertop to sit over it. This one doesn't sit on top of the countertop, it sits underneath it. There are a couple of them that are retrofit that will do the other. And if this one is one of those, I just need to have some information. I don't see that with this. So, but that is what I want you to double check for me, please, on that. On the other thing is we have 6 sink base modifications. Because it is an apron sink, we have to build the frame for it. So we need a 2x4 for the bottom of that to build the legs underneath it and the cradle for that particular apron sink to fit in. Then we got a drawer base 18 to the left. Pretty much we want that to line with the end of the molding on the window so that everything lines up easy. We know that the countertop, though, is going to be about an inch longer than that particular length. Otherwise, pretty simple layout, no problems that I can see. Like I said, go back and double check your ledge width on the top right here, double check the ledge width, and then also give them an elevation of each of these walls. They're going to need it for their electrician. I've got most of that information. They're going to need it for the electrician to make sure that everything fits right as far as water and electrical after we're done. Especially here, there's no plumbing here either, no hot, cold, or drain or anything for this one. Have any questions, please feel free to give me a call at 423-650-1051. Have a good day.